Today we're ranking angels on a tier list for Magic the Gathering. Apparently this is an incredibly highly desired video. Alright, we're gonna start off with the Angel of Grace. How graceful they are. White, 3 generic for a 5/4 angel with Flash, which by the way I think is actually quite useful for angel decks. The problem with angels is they're usually pretty expensive and usually really underwhelming. So it's nice to hold up a bunch of mana and just throw out an angel out there. Of course it has flying. When Angel of Grace enters the battlefield until end of turn, damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. So if you thought you were gonna kill me, well, guess again. Surprise, I got the Angel of Grace out. And also has the ability white 4 generic exile Angel of Grace. From your graveyard, life total becomes 10. So don't worry, you don't have to be completely at 1. You just flash in the Angel of Grace, you don't die. Actually, hold on. Yeah, when it enters the battlefield, so you can block with this thing and then, like, save yourself from death. Certain death. Alright, so where do we rank this angel? Well, frankly, the whole thing is underwhelming. I mean, it's not very proactive. It's too defensive. It's nice as Flash, but that's about it. It's got a decent casting cost for the, It's got a decent casting cost. I'm not saying 5 mana is good, but I'm not going to say it's bad. I don't think this is very competitive, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad... We're going to see some pretty terrible angels out there, alright? They need to beef up the power of the angels. I'm giving this a B tier. Alright, where are we going to start off? Rot Boy, what do you got for us? You saying Avacyn, Angel of Hope. Alright, let's look at Avacyn. Hope, you say. Alright, we got a white, 5 generic, 8/8 angel, flying, vigilance, indestructible, other permanents you control have indestructible. So this is like another one of these cards that are just like, it's super expensive. Maybe this is a little playable because of fast mana. You got enough artifact ramp out there. I mean, I don't know, you want to make this your commander? So even for commander, I think this is very, very expensive. But at least it's other permanents, which include, you know, the artifacts, the enchantments, in addition to your creatures and lands. You wanna Armageddon? Come at it. Come at me, Armageddon. You're just gonna Armageddon yourself. But where do I put this? I don't think this is definitely not tournament competitive. I don't even know where it stands in commander, really. I think this is just gonna be another B tier card. It's just way too expensive for its ability. Or her ability, I should say. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about this. I mean, neat stuff, but 8 mana, get out of here. Doesn't even win the game by itself. Alright, next up we've got Stormwind with Linvala, Keeper of Silence. Oh! Oh, we have Linvala, Keeper of the Silence. What? You be quiet over there, alright? This is the Librarian of Magic the Gathering creatures. White, 2 generic, 3/4 angel. Alright, so it's aggressively costed. This is not too hard to get out. In fact, if you got them soul rings, you can get this Linvala out on turn 2. An angel flying, activated abilities of creatures your opponents control cannot be activated. So you try to activate something. No, it's only the creatures. You know, it doesn't touch them artifacts. But this is a good card. Locks down any of your opponent's creature combos. And also has seen tournament play. Great tutor target. Linvala, Keeper of Silence. Also just a decent body for 4 mana. With an insanely one-sided ability. Linvala is actually S tier in my opinion. This is a very strong playable angel. There needs to be more angels like Linvala. Strong abilities. 4 mana is still quite a bit of mana, but it's not insane. I think we're getting our mana. I think we're getting our value for our mana. We work hard for our mana. We want to party hard for our mana, I guess. All right, we got some super chats. Blake Mamba. Oops, that's not super chat music. I feel like we have to start with Avacyn, Angel of Hope. Didn't we just do that? I'm sorry, Blake. You got robbed. Give me another one, Blake. Blake, give me another one. I'm gonna give you another one. You just say something out there. Did Blake say anything else since then? Okay, we got Blake out of no. All right. Gazella. Blade of Gold Knight. What the hell? Okay, maybe it's just Bazella Blade of something. Blade of Gold. This was it. I misspelled it or something. We got white, white, red, 4 generic, 5/5 angel with flying and first strike. If a source would deal damage to an opponent or permanent an opponent controls, that source deals double that damage to that player or permanent instead. If a source would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, prevent half of that damage rounded up. Now, also a pretty expensive card, but actually pretty useful. I mean, it basically says double strike for everything you have and then reduces the amount of, like, I don't know, half strike to all your opponent's cards. I'm still not thrilled with the 7 mana casting cost on this thing. That's just, it's a problem with these angels, is that they're expensive. But at least, I think we're sort of getting our money's worth with this thing, because it can be really aggressive while still being on defense. So it's like, doesn't make your stuff indestructible. But, I think I gotta compare this with Absent Angel of Hope. Flying, Vigilance, indestructible. Other perms you control have indestructible. But these are not competitive cards. They're neat. It's still too expensive. Okay. I'm going to... Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Gazella at B tier. I'm going to promote Avacyn, because I wanted to put Gazella at A tier, but I think Avacyn is just almost strictly better. Because it just makes everything indestructible. You can absorb all the damage. All the damage. Wither Coast did her dirty. How's that? But with the Gazella Broken Blade or something like that? Whoops. Where are we going? I'm flying off the charts here. All right, next up we got what else? Abzo. Shallai and Hauler. Is this one of those? Shallai? What is this? Shallai? Let's look up Shallai. Is this a card, Abzo? It is. Okay, just no double R. That's all. I don't know why Scryfall is so sensitive. We got for Selesnya colors and 1 generic, a 3/3 Angel Elf. Flying Vigilance. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on a creature you control, Shallai and Hauler deals that much damage to target opponent. Holy smokes! Now the counters thing, I think the counters thing is a little bit jank. But first off, it's 3 colors, so at least in Commander you have access to, you know, basically you have access to a lot of colors. And pretty decently costed at 4 mana. Nah, the counter synergy is a bit jank. So what, like basically you need to take, I don't know, do you throw this in an elf deck that puts counters on the elves? Because I don't think angels have like counters synergy or strategy, right? This card goes infinite with a light breeze. Does it? So this is part of like a lot of combos? Is this one of those things where if you deal damage, you put a counter on your creature? I don't know the enablers though. I know none of the enablers. Okay, if this is literally a combo card, I'm going to give it A tier. If there's combo potential, whenever there's combo potential, you can't spell combo with an A unless you call it a comboa. This is comboa potential up here. If you get my drift, which I'm just making up as we speak. All right, next up we've got Zai Kurin, a Chroma. Angel of Wrath. Yeah, it's the Angel of Wrath. Alright, we got 8 mana, 6/6, flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, protection from black, and protection from red. Is that all? But what if you're up against a green-white deck? Then where is your power now? You have no power here, Akroma, in Bant World. Absolutely none whatsoever. Flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, protection from black. I'm really actually not impressed with this card. It like does a lot, but doesn't do enough for 8 mana. B tier. The B tier is just like, hey, look guys, look how flashy I am, and like we don't care. We just don't care. Is this a real card? Pacers fan forever, says Sigarda, host of Herons. Alright, we got a white, white, green, 2 generic, 5/5, flying hexproof. Who likes hexproof out there? Nobody likes hexproof, unless you have the hexproof creatures. Spells and abilities your opponent's control can't cause you to sacrifice permanents. This is a decent card. For 5 mana, I better have a 5/5 creature that can't be targeted by any of your nonsense. It has seen actual competitive play, and the fact that it prevents your opponents from making you sack stuff, maybe it's a little bit niche, but at least it's heavy on the protection. So Sigarda is not going to get removed from the battlefield, and if your opponent has any sacrifice outlets, still, again, your stuff isn't getting removed from the battlefield. Not to mention, there are a lot of big sacrifice cards in Commander. I can't remember the black one. It's like black, black, X. Not today, not while Sigarda's on watch. Alright, Sigarda's going to be an A-tier card. Good card, not amazing. Not drooling over this thing, but still good. Okay, Pacers fan forever with Restoration Angel. Restoration Angel! Does anyone play this in actual Angel decks? I feel like this is like this. Restoration Angel usually isn't played in Angel decks. It's usually played in some other deck with a bunch of ETBs or some nonsense. So white, 3 generic, 3/4, flash flying. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-angel creature you control, so no blinking the actual Restoration Angel, and then return that card to the battlefield under your control. I've played with Restoration Angel in my time. I blinked Thragtusk, I blinked Acidic Slime, I blinked things. I blew stuff up, I gained life. And I had a lot of fun with this card. This card is also blinked in Modern, like things like Snapcaster Mage, to get extra value from the graveyard. 4 mana is like a bargain. I mean, it's hard to get stats like this at 4 mana for an angel. So that for this is an S tier angel. Problem is, I don't know how easy it is to use this angel in an actual angel. Come on, Angel Army. Do you guys use Restoration Angel? Is that any good? You didn't live if you didn't resto Thragtusk in Standard. I know. That was value. And that was the end of Thragtusk after that. They're like, whoops. That was a little too much value. Alright, next up. Let's go through Blake Mamba's Sarah Emissary. Okay, well, whoa! Okay, white, 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 4 generic for a 7/7 flyer. As Sarah's Emissary enters the battlefield, choose a card type. Oh yeah, like, Restoration Angel is actually stone dead in an Angel deck, because you have to blink a non-Angel creature, so I can't even blink Sarah's Emissary. How we got ripped off with Restoration Angel in an Angel deck, however. Okay, you and creatures you control have protection from the chosen type. I've actually lost this card millions of times. Reanimator likes to play this card. So this is another card where, not played by the Angel, well, you can play it in Angels if you want, and it's really strong. You choose creatures, you're invincible to creatures. You choose, I don't know, instant and sorcery, you're invincible to the instants and sorceries. You can only choose one, though. That protection, though, that's amazing. Like, it really hits hard for 7 mana, but honestly, people cheat this in play. This is not something you want to play fairly. This is an S tier card. Sees competitive play, so good competitive play. Not none of that crappy competitive play out there. Where else is this played? I think, yeah, I don't know, Reanimator and Legacy plays this damn thing. Alright, we go. Let's get something from Erland. Iridescent Angel. I heard, like, there's never been an Angel tier list out there before, so I hope I'm doing the Angel Army some justice. Iridescent Angel for blue, white, 5 generica, 4/4 Angel, flying protection from all colors, but not colorless. So this is just another one of those, I cost a lot of mana. Look how flashy I am. It's like, it's okay. It's like a... But you might as well just have hexproof at this point. By today's standards, they would give you hexproof. Alright, it's B tier. So far, we haven't seen any absolute trash. There is, and it exists out there. I know it exists. I've seen it. The super chatters love angels. Yeah, I know. I can tell. All right, next we got Rob Boy. This is literally the opposite of your, like, your soul here. You're like a zombie person. Now we're talking about angels? Maybe you're also an angel player. Sigarda, Host of Hurons, and Bruna, Light of Alabaster. Got to get all of them. I think we did Sigarda, right? Yeah, we did Host of Huron, so we'll get the other one. Your Bruna, Light of Alabaster. The hell is this? All right, 6 mana for a 5/5 angel, flying vigilance. When Bruna, Light of Alabaster, attacks or blocks, you may attach to it any number of auras on the battlefield, and you may put on the battlefield. And you may put onto the battlefield, attach to it any number of aura cards that could enchant it from your graveyard and/or hand. So this has some, like, pretty decent comboing, but then you have to fill your deck with a bunch of garbage. Only aura cards, huh? Like, what are you going to put on it? Gigantiform? Is that a card? Gigantiform? Yeah, that's a real card. That's a card. But you have to fill your deck with jank. So where this is going to go into the jank pile. I think this is a C tier card. Auras are just like the weakest strategy in Magic the Gathering. Or I would also say maybe super high variance. Bruna could work well in an Enchantress deck. Could! Is the main word there. Could. Or it could not. Anyway. I'm sure that people have a lot of fun with that card. Kalantaras with Segovian Angel. I have a feeling this is a troll card. Never heard of it. Oh, it's the 1 mana. 1 mana, 1/1 vigilance and flying. You would think that's good. It might have been good 20 years ago. Today, it's actually really underwhelming. It's one of the very few, like, 1-drop angels, but holy crap, like, this doesn't cut it. It's basically just a one. It's very close to Fugitive Wizard. It's a flying Fugitive Wizard. Your attacking doesn't cause it to tap. Whatever. All right, next super chat we've got Blake, you just love. You know what? I'm skipping you for a second. I'm gonna come back. We'll just do a bunch of yours at once. We got Platonic Liquid. Got to get that Sarah Angel in there. Sarah Angel. We've got white 3 generic for a 4/4 flying and vigilance. Yeah. You know how much play this thing sees now? None. Now it's a good. It's still decent in draft, I think, for an uncommon. Should be probably downshifted to a common at this point. So for 5 mana, we could have lots of special abilities like these, or we could have Bubkiss like this. So you go to C tier. Sorry, Sarah Angel. You're not what you used to be. You used to be almighty. You used to stand up to the Shivan Dragon, and now look at you. You've been power crept out of this the entire Magic the Gathering. I'm sure people had really good memories of attack. Look at, I'm attacking you for 4 in the air. This is impossible for you to beat. Well, it's very possible now. Okay, let's go through Blake's stuff. You got 2. Let's look at a few of yours at once. First, Righteous Valkyrie. This is not bad. All right, this is a white 2 generic 2/4 flying. Whenever another angel or cleric enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. So that's a decent ETB. This thing comes out early, which also means, like, as you play more angels later on in the game, you're getting that value. If this thing started at, say, 6 mana, it would be pointless because you're playing your angels at 4 and 5 mana, and you're not really getting that value so well. And as long as you have 7 more life than your starting life total, that's 47 life for you commander players. Creatures you control get +2/+2. This is a pretty decent lord. I actually like this card a lot. It has not broken Magic the Gathering yet, I don't think. No, maybe it has. I think Historic used this card to really good effect. Like, we can't forget about the Historic Angels deck that, like, tore up the scene for a little while. And also, what did you say? You said Guide to Font of Hope. This is another, like, really good, arguably maybe the best angel ever printed. 2 mana, or sorry, maybe it's the best 2 mana angel ever printed. 2 mana for a 2/2 flying vigilance. Other angels you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each angel you already control. So them stack and tap add a white, spend this mana, only cast an angel spell. So that's also ramp. Guide of Font of Hope, I think is an S tier angel. Helps ramp up. This is like one of the most decent angels in the game. Angels are so expensive. They're so chunky and clunky. We might as well just get them out there. At least Guide of Font of Hope helps you get them out there and buffs them up. And that's it. Unfortunately, legendary. I guess does this make for a good commander? But it's a mono white deck. Ugh. Mono white. No good. Mr. Wapsis. Chancellor of the Annex is also an angel. It is. All right, white, 4 generic, 5/6 angel. You may reveal this card from your opening hand. If you do, when each opponent casts his or her first spell of the game, counter that spell. Unless that player pays 1. Flying. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, counter it unless that player pays 1. This card has very often seen some play in Reanimator decks, because it's a decent creature to reanimate, but also just revealing this from your hand really puts a beating on the counter spell decks. Like if you want to Force a Will or something, because if you Force a Will is supposed to be the check versus like the Reanimator decks, but if you go try to turn 1 reanimate after revealing a Chancellor of the Annex, well, good luck with that. So Chancellor of the Annex, it's honestly, this is a pretty garbage creature, but it sees a lot of combo play, so it ends up being S tier. It's how powerful that starting the turn... I mean, it slows you down by an entire turn, but at the cost of just revealing the damn thing from your hand. Yeah, do you pay the 1 in the most frustrating manner? Do you pay the 1, or do you like to lose the game? GG! John! Fallen Angel. The hell is this? Black, 3 generic for a 3/3 angel with the Legends mana symbol in the background. Alright, so that sounds like this is going to be pretty bad. Flying, sacrifice a creature. Fallen Angel gets +2/+1 until end of turn. This is not flashy, but it also doesn't really do well with the angel subtype. But you know what? It doesn't actually straight harm you, so I guess we can put it in the C tier. Oh, in some way, in order to enable this card, it does harm you. You gotta sack your creatures. Alright, we got more super chats to get through. Let's look at Station Disaster. Segovian Angel, the 1 man. We did that one already. Sorry about that. Which means we'll donate your super chat to the... What's it called? The public. It will go to... Oh, did you actually have it? Hold on, maybe you've tried to mention another one. Station Disaster. Let's quickly look for you. Okay, can't find you. That way we're gonna go with Richie. Angel of Invention. Saw some competitive play in Standard for a while. White, 3 generic for a 2/1 flying, vigilance, and lifelink, but has Fabricate too. So when the creature enters the battlefield, you can put 2/1/1 counters on it, or create 2/1/1 colorless servo artifact creature tokens, and it's a lord. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. So effectively, you can put 6 power in play for 5 mana. It's not bad. It's not great, but I don't think it's like some flashy nonsense. So I'm gonna put it in the A tier. It's not unplayable. Also can build you a board when you really need it. Next up, we've got another Blake Mamba. You're just all over the place today. Angel of Glory's Rise. Oh my goodness. Where's the original one? Yeah, this was part of a combo deck. It was called Humans Reanimator. I don't remember how the combo worked, but it was like an ETB combo deck requiring 2 Fiend Hunters, and I think the Fiend Hunter ate the other. So a Fiend Hunter would hit Angel of Glory's Rise. Angel of Glory's Rise is exiled. Then the second Fiend Hunter hit the Fiend Hunter to remove it. Angel of Glory's Rise comes back, returns, I think, a whole bunch of stuff from the graveyard to the battlefield. Because when it enters the battlefield, exile all zombies, then return all human creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. which can include the Fiend Hunter. But there was like some human that ETBs. Maybe it was like Huntmaster of the Fells or something. No, it wasn't that. Something that dealt damage and you would kill the opponent. Or maybe you milled them? I don't remember. Anyway, cool card. I want to say that Reanimator deck was a little bit jank, but still playable. I'll give this A tier. So like this thing had a really good payoff, but it was like more of a Reanimator combo deck. It used... What was that card? Unburial Rites. Yeah, I used Unburial Rites to get back onto the battlefield. More... I gotta get to them super chats. Okay, no, okay, I'll try to get some other freebie ones. Okay, well, it's, a Baneslayer, a classic Orange King. So, white 3 generic for a 5/5. First strike... Sorry, flying first strike, lifelink, which is very important. Protection from demons and dragons. So, first strike and lifelink is an absolute disaster to get through. I mean, when you slam Baneslayer Angel in like a competitive event, people are like, you know, how am I gonna get through this damn thing? It has protection from demons and dragons, for crying out loud, which is not particularly relevant. But control players that use this card, or like if you're trying to turn around the game, Baneslayer Angel will get it done. This was a very popular card in Standard, even saw some Modern play. For 5 mana, it is a little bit on the expensive side, but you are getting your 5 mana's worth. This is an S tier card. I'm actually really surprised, like almost halfway through this. I thought we'd be filling up like D and C tier, but I guess you guys are just throwing out all the really good stuff. Should we find some more D tiers? I mean, it's up to you. It's all up to you guys. All right, Platonic Liquid with Atraxa. I thought Atraxa was like a Phyrexian. Oh, it's a Phyrexian Angel. I didn't even notice that. Okay, we got black, blue, white, green, 3 generic for a 7/7. Flying Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink. Enter the battlefield. Reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each card type, you may put a card of that type from among the real cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That's a lot of cards. I thought you were only choosing one card. No, you get to choose every single card type. When this thing got played against me in Legacy, I was horribly disappointed. This can refill your hand. Also is a pitchable card to Force of Will in Legacy. Commander players are like, what's Legacy? Well, it's a format where really powerful cards exist, and apparently Atraxa meets the bar. So this is S tier quality. Very S tier quality. I find it funny, actually. Angels seem to be abused more as a combo card more than anything else. I mean, here's a combo card. This is a combo card. This is a combo card. This is a value card. Like, the best Angels here, even this one, are not played in Angel decks. I'm sure these can be played in Angel decks, but the top dogs here, probably not in Angel decks very often. Okay, we're gonna look at way more Angels because we have an hour of going through all this. We gotta thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. You know where to get them Angels. You know where to get them Atraxa. You can get them at FusionGamingOnline.com. What are the Angels from Urza's block? Because the deal of the week this week is save 15% off all Urza block singles. Actually, probably sure that the Angels back then were trash, because they really developed the Angel typal creature type at that time, because it wasn't necessary, because creatures sucked. It's all about artifacts and power. Power of the artifacts and lands. But go get your lands for your Angel deck at FusionGamingOnline.com. Save 15% off all Urza block singles this week. And don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu for an additional 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. I played an Angel deck in Modern before, and do you think it's possible? Well, maybe you can figure out something that I didn't by renting the cards with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_B3R. Can't remember. I think I got slaughtered. Absolutely slaughtered with my Angel deck. Try to make it as competitive as possible. It was close. Maybe I won. I don't remember. Islarf. A Moibid Changeling. That does not count. I'm sure this is just a Changeling. You missed my super chat. I have a million. You have any? Some people are like, you missed my super chat. I have a million super chats to get through. Look, you're were you next? No, you were not. Hold on, Velocity. Maybe I did miss your super chat. Where are you, Velocity? No, I'm not seeing you at all, actually. Oh, I missed a bunch of them. All right, hold on. Thank you very much, Velocity. We're getting back on track. Atraxa, Praetor's Voice. Gotta get them Atraxas out. What the hell is this? Can we see a regular looking card? Oh, this thing! This is the black, blue, white, green, 4/4. Stime dir Praetorin. Okay, Praetor's Voice. It's a Angel Horror, Flying Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink. And at the beginning of your end step, Proliferate. It's a 4/4 creature. Apparently this is broken. Just because of the proliferating thing. So it's like, I don't know. I understand one thing that's really, I think the best part of this card is that it's 4 colors. If it was just 1 color, this card would probably be stone garbage. But especially since it's blue and green, it can probably make some it probably has some really good synergy with Proliferate. So, yeah, I'm just going to trust the commander stats and give it the S tier treatment. Never underestimate a commander deck with blue and black in it. That's what I say. And green. But completely overestimate it if it has white. Just ignore it. Don't worry. It can do nothing to you. Next super chat, we've got... I've done a lot. Here's one for chat. Blake Mamba. You know who's so happy about that one? Some 124C with Angelic Page. Angelic Page, we got 2 mana, 1/1 flying, tap target attacking or blocking creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Straight to D tier. That is so underwhelming. Wow, you wouldn't be able to survive in the real world, Angelic Page. It's a harsh world out there. Attacking or blocking creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. What, are you gonna buff yourself? Even if you buffed yourself, you're not even beating a grizzly bear. Hey, you were pretty happy about that. Okay, next super chat. We've got Station Disaster. All right, they're trying to get the bad angels out. Angel of Mercy. Okay, well, white for generic 3/3 angel flying. When Angel of Mercy enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Absolutely. D tier. I spent 5 mana to gain 3 life. There's only one deck that will fear Angel of Mercy, and that's the Burn players. They don't like seeing that. Gain life? That's broken. All right, referee. Referee Alex, to be specific. Illusionary Angel. Very simple but cool. Illusionary Angel. Illusion Angel? Illusionary? No, Illusionary Mask. Such card does not exist! Oops. What the hell is this Illusionary Angel? Right, Coffee Crew, save us. What the hell is this? What does Referee Alex trying to say here? Maybe it's something airy angel? Nope. There's an army angel. No, there is not an army angel. Alright, it's... Oh, illusory angel. There we go. Alright, we got... Look, around here, Referee Alex. We gotta spell things right, or we're not gonna find your cards. Alright, we got a blue, 2 generic, 4/4, flying. Cast Illusory Angel only if you've cast another spell this turn. It's like a good limited play. You know, I mean, 3 mana, 4/4, that's not bad. But it's like, it's basically a vanilla creature. You have to play something. If you can play something for free this turn, like, I mean, if you play like Mox Diamond or something, 4/4 for 3, it's okay. Gets out of lightning bolt range, but I don't think this is anything special. Oh, on the other hand, I don't think it's like the worst angel I've ever seen, so I'll give it the B tier treatment. Is this modern playable? It is modern playable, but I don't know how to break it. Alright, next super chat, because I mean I have just a million super chats here. We got Rot Boy. Angel of Sanctions. I didn't know you liked Angels so much, Rot Boy. It solves my need for zombies. Ah, yes, the white 3 generic 3/4. Angel of Sanctions enters the battlefield. You may exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until Angel of Sanction leaves the battlefield. So it's like some sort of big fiend hunter, and it's got Embalm, which means it can do it again. I like the card. It's not bad. Not a hard answer to anything, but not bad. A tier. It's a pretty good interactive card. I like it. Zykurin with Sarah Avenger. Oops. Avenger. Was she part of the Avengers? Did she take the place of Iron Man at one point? Oops, I didn't look up the card I wanted to. Okay, white. 3 generic for an angel. You can't cast a spell during your first, second, or third turns of the game, but it has flying and vigilance. How they cheated with this card is basically like Violet in play in the Death and Taxes deck. I actually think a long time ago this was a pretty hot card, but by today's standard, this is it just sucks. Like, once you hit your 4th turn, you want to be playing them Restoration Angels, or I don't know, not an angel deck. You want to be playing some better angels out there. So I'm actually, while this card used to be like really good, I think by today's standards, I would put a B tier. It was a mediocre angel. It was good at the time, but yeah, that's about it. All right, next up we've got King Ginger is gonna throw in some ideas into the show. Emiria Shepherd. What the hell is this? Okay, white 5 generic for a 4/4 angel flying. Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you may return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. If that land is a plains, you may return that non-land permanent card to the battlefield instead. Alright, that's pretty good. But this is 7 mana already. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. It's like some decent card advantage, so... Look at me! I'm expensive! I do cool things, but I'm like a million mana. B tier. B for boastfully showing off, I don't know, a high mana cost. Nah, King Ginger had another one. Admonition Angel? What the hell is that? Admonition Angel! White, 3 generic for a 6/6 angel, flying, landfall. Another landfall angel? Where do these all come from? When a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may exile target non-land permanent other than Admission Angel. Alright, that's actually insane. When Admission Angel leaves the battlefield, return all cards exiled with it to the battlefield under their owner's control. So it's basically, it's just another one of those, that last card. But it costs less mana. And it's 6/6. How much bigger is this? It's huge! It's a 6. It's way bigger. Ugh, it's way bigger, but still 6 mana. I don't care. This ability is just awkward. How many lands are you going to have left at this point in the game? Okay, let's take one from the crowd. Did we get one from Martin? Gabrielle Angelfire. Stone Crap! Okay, it's 7 mana for a 4/4 creature, and it's legendary on top of that. Big sad face. D tier. I feel like this card's power level is strongly depicted by the art. Doesn't know what they're doing. We'll take another one from the... We got Toilet Doc. Brizella. Did we do one? Brizella, Voice of Nightmares. Oh, God! Okay, 9/10. It came from, like, 2 other cards. Okay, let's just... Okay, flying, first strike, vigilance, lifelink. Your opponents can't cast spells with convert mana cost 3 or less. I don't think it, like, you have to have, like, what, 2 of these lands come into play and then combine? I can't remember what the lands were called. Flying, first strike, vigilance, lifelink. But this is a big, chunky creature. And then it can die. Your opponents can't cast spells with convert mana cost 3 or less. I don't know where the hell this would be played. You are very flashy. And very vulnerable, B tier. Cool art, though. I think the art is just 10 out of... Probably the best art we've seen all day. This is really cool. I love this merging Eldrazi stuff. Reminds me of The Thing, which was a pretty good movie. Okay, more super chats. We did this one, right? Admontion Angel? Yeah. Blake Mamba. Last one for the night. Sunblast Angel. Love the show, Nikachu. I like it. I can tell you like angels. You love it. But do you like Sigarda's Aid? So we have white, 4 generic for a 4/5 angel. Flying when Sunblast Angel enters the battlefield, destroy all tap creatures. That's pretty insane. Alright, that's not bad. For 6 mana, it's like a one-sided board wipe, because certainly you have all your creatures untapped. That's actually pretty... That's strong. That gonna screw someone over. I don't think it's S tier power, but I do think it's A tier power. Because it's just gonna hit certain people, and then you're gonna become the target. And then you have you got new problems. You solve one problem, you got a new problem. Patrick! We did that one. Did we do a Chroma from Rugal? A Chroma Angel of Fury. Oh, we didn't. All right, we got a red, 5 generic 6/6 angel. Can't be countered. Flying, trample, protection from white and from blue. Those are good colors to have protection from. Red has fire breathing and morph. That is so weird. So you can morph this thing. Can you morph from the command zone? Just out of curiosity, I would like to. Well, you may cast this card face down as a 2/2 for 3. Turn it face up. I would like to take my Akroma from my command zone and turn it into a 2/2 creature. How do you do, fellow regular creatures? Non-legendaries? Yeah, so, okay, but where do I put this? Flying, trample, pro white, pro blue. It has so many nice abilities, yet so inefficient. This is just B tier. B for being flashy. That's all B is. It's like, I do a lot of stuff, but like, holy crap, do I cost a lot of mana, and I'm not worth it. Yeah, I wonder what creature they put down. It could be anything. It could be a boat. We've got... Let's do one from Vic the Foxy Gamer. Angel of Fury. Did we do that one? Oh, the Angel of Fury. Okay. So what was the last one? The last one was Akroma Angel of Fury. Then we have just Angel of Fury. White, 4 generic flying. When Angel of Fury is put into your graveyard from play, you may shuffle it into your library. That is very underwhelming. This doesn't literally hurt you, so I'm putting it into the C tier. But I don't think it helps you by a whole lot. I think this is very expensive to just have a... You know, maybe it has some strategic significance. It's like an Emrakul whenever it's put into the... But it has to go into the graveyard from play, yeah. So I was thinking you could protect yourself from mill, but you know what? You can't. It doesn't get shuffled if it goes from anywhere. It only gets shuffled directly from play, so... Useless. Maybe it has some use in some combo deck. I don't know. Jacob Thune with Cleaving Reaper. Is she wearing a hat? We'll find out in a second. She is not. I think a hat qualifies as anything on top of your head, and this thing appears to be some sort of collar. It looks like a very big collar. Or it's a very fancy tiara. Actually, there's a band here, so it could be some very fancy... I don't know how to describe this. Platonic Liquid, help us. What would, if it's not a hat, and I don't think it is, like, what do we call this? I don't know. Headband clothing or fashion. Okay, now let's judge this card. Black, 3 generic for a 5/3 Angel Berserker. This angel went to the dark side. Flying Trample, pay 3 life, return Cleaving Reaper from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only if you had an angel or berserker enter the battlefield and you control this turn. Okay, that's not bad. And you know, in Commander, you could just keep repeatedly playing this thing. Well, it's still very expensive. It's a lot of mana. So you have to activate it only if you had an angel. Yeah. Okay, so you play an angel. You could sack it. I don't know. It's not terrible, but I don't want to say it's good either. I sort of like the utility, but I have a feeling it's a little too clunky. And if anyone knows if that's a hat, let me. I don't think it's a hat. It's like it's out of hat territory to me, but I don't know what it's called. If I can't actually name it, tiara is on top of the head. Well, okay. There's that theory out the window. What do we have next? Samurott, the raccoon. Very happy to be here. Samurott, your super chat is going to a very, very special Mr. Very Smart. Platonic Liquid would just say, I would call that a headpiece. All right, that sounds like a very generic... It's like the very generic category. You know, what's the subcategory of headpiece? Blinding Angel. Wait a minute. What was this? This is like doesn't deal damage this turn. I had friends that played this card back in the day. White, 3 generic for a 2/4 flying. Whenever Blinding Angel deals combat damage to a player, that player skips his or her next combat phase. Ah, that's what it does. Very strong card. Very, very strong. Love it. I mean, in a one-on-one game, it's actually possible your opponent will never attack you again. So A tier. Like that. I like that card. Look how few D tier cards there are. Maybe, I don't know, maybe my standards are too high here. More things deserve to be lower. Next super chat, we got Platonic Liquid. Karmic Guide is the best angel from Urza's block. Is that right? Karmic Guide. White, 3 generic. Where's the Urza's Legacy one? Ah, there we go. Yeah, white, 3 generic. Now I recognize you. 2/2 protection from black with Echo. When Karmic Guide enters the battlefield, choose target creature card in your graveyard and put that card into play. This is White Reanimator. It's just a White Reanimator card. I think it's good. I think it's good. Okay, well, it's definitely good. The question is if it's great. I swear there's combos surrounding this card. Karmic Guide, Karmic Guide, Karmic Guide. Like, that name rings a bell big time. The picture rings a bell. It's got a lot of combos. You told, all right, you told me that it's got a lot of combos. S tier it is. Sold. Combo potential is too strong with this one. And even if you don't combo with it, it's good value. 5 mana to reanimate anything from your graveyard to the battlefield. Could even be an angel. All right, moving on. We've got... we did Samurott. Oh no, Samurott actually wants to... Samurott has a card now. Chancellor of the Annex. We did that one. Which means your super chat then gets donated to a Blackbird, Dranan Linvala. Look, yeah. What did we do? Chancellor of the Annex got S tier treatment. Where was it? There it is. Proof. Okay, Linvala. We got black, white, 1 generic. Oh, that's a good casting cost. For a 3/4 Vampire Angel, Flying Vigilance, activated abilities of creatures your opponent's control cannot be activated. Dranan Linvala has all activated abilities of all creatures your opponents control, and you may spend mana as though it were any mana to activate those abilities. Well, if I said Linvala was good enough by herself, then Dranan Linvala is only better. So this gets definitely S tier treatment. Shutting down your opponent's activated abilities is great, and the fact that this is like 2 colors is even better. Better for your commander, better for your, you know, color. Like, basically you have more utility, and also still 4 mana, which is good. Super! I think we did this one. Or did we? Oh, no, I don't think we did. All right, so this is a white, 1 generic, 3/3 angel flying. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain 5 or more life this turn, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with vigilance. White, 3 generic. Until end of turn, Resplendent Angel gets +2/+2 and gains lifelink. Oh, only Resplendent Angel. Well, whatever. It's no big deal. So you play this on a lifelink deck and just create an army just by itself. Getting 5 or more life per turn, not a problem in the lifelink decks. They're on their way. So for that, Resplendent Angel is actually an S tier card. Saw a really good play in Historic. I don't know if it is. Is that deck any good anymore in Historic, or is it just stone dead? Well, we gotta shift myself over. Maybe I just gotta shrink myself. We're running out of space on that S tier list. You have the Resplendent Angel. You better have that Resplendent Angel. We did the Chancellor. It's right here. For anyone who's never seen the Chancellor, it's up there. Angel of the Ruins from King Ginger. It is white 5 generic for a 5/7. What was your commentary? More busted than you'd think. Well, I'll be the judge of that. When Angel of Ruins enters the battlefield, exile up to 2 target artifacts and/or enchantments. That's actually good utility. So plane cycling, and you can... Oh, so it has a lot of utility. So very early on in the game, it can help you get some extra lands. Later on in the game, it is a pretty beefy creature that, like, blows up 2 permanents. And I've noticed, like, having permanent destruction for, like, random enchantments and artifacts in Commander is actually really important. But that being said, it's still really clunky, but I do like the utility. Like, it's not like these other flashy things in the B tier, which you're never going to use. At least at the very least, if you need a plains, you want to hit your land drops, you just plane cycle this damn thing. And then you can, like, reanimate it onto the board with, what's it called? The Karmic Guide. I play that deck in Historic. It's great. So it's still good. Blake Mom. That's why Blake Mom is so hot for the Angels today. Plays the deck in an actual competitive format. Jacob Thune. Liza. Shroud of Darkness. Is she wearing a hat? Oh, I forgot. You're a hat guy. You're the hat person. Lisa. Shroud. At the very least, it's probably a headpiece. Is it Lena? Okay, hold on. Let's just look up Lisa. Is it L-I? Come on, people. Shroud of... You had this really wrong. It's like Lisa, Shroud of Dusk. Not Darkness. At least it's an angel. Alright, whatever. We figured it out. Took a while. So we got black... Is there even a hat here? Okay, hold on. Let's zoom in here. I want to say there's goggles on her head, but I can't be sure. It's a little too blurry to figure it out, but anyway. I'm saying goggles. Black, white, 2 generic for a 5/5 angel. Rather than pay 2 for each previous time you've cast this spell from your command zone. I have a feeling something bad's gonna happen. Pay 2 life that many times. Alright, so your life total becomes a resource for casting Lisa over and over again. Flying lifelink, whenever a player casts a spell, they lose 2 life. This card's insane. And you have lifelink, so you just attack and you gain more life. So, like, you easily can just recast this over and over and over again. Love it. Card is... I don't know if it's S tier. It's definitely A tier. I'll put an A tier because I'm certain about that. But I could be wrong. Maybe this is a stronger card than it looks. Just because you can just blurt it out over and over again. And the whole, whenever a player plays a spell, they lose 2 life. That might be useful. Maybe it's not in Commander. I don't know. Another headpiece, probably, says Steve Cooper. That is a circlet? I don't have no idea. Now, that is a tiara? Okay, whatever. Just gonna trust all of you. Next up, we've got... We did Gaida, so your super chat goes straight to... Christopher B., Angel of Retribution. White 6 generic for a 5/5 flying first strike. What a crap card. Some of these donated super chats are going straight to the D tier. Flying first strike? Yeah, I don't want that for 7 mana. I'm gonna be dead at that point. D tier. And Maelstrom something. Maelstrom Archangel. Oh! We got Wooburg. A Wooburg 5/5 Angel. Flying, whenever Maelstrom Archangel deals combat damage to a player, you may cast a spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. This card's insane! This is ridiculous. And you get to, oh, but it's not legendary. Ooh, so it's really hard to play. How do you get this as in an angel deck? Or do you just play like, I guess you could play like a random Wooburg creature and then just make the deck base white and mostly play angels. This card is just unbelievable. You get to play cards for free. Now that's an now that is, well, it's not an ETB, but that's a card I can get behind. How you play this, I have no idea. S tier. I have no idea how you cast this. It would be an insane commander if only if it was legendary, but it's not legendary. That's how they balance this thing out. Triox, Angel of Despair, or Angel of Emancipation. We'll go with Angel of Despair. Is she wearing a hat? No, she is wearing nothing. All right, sorry, black, white, 3 generic for a 5/5 flyer. When Angel of Despair enters the battlefield, destroy target permanent. A little underwhelming. This is the, go big. It's B for big. Big mana. Underwhelming ability. I am not playing. This is literally, like, let's analyze this thing. You could play Maelstrom Pulse, which basically does the same thing. What else? You could play Vindicate. This is just Vindicate and a random angel like combined. Vindicate's literally 3 mana, so for an extra 4 mana you got a 5/5 creature attached to it. Not good value. It's like, it's okay. It's okay. Not great value though. King Ginger with Lisa Forgotten Archangel. Alright, black, white, 2 generic for a 4/5 flying lifelinker. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. I like that. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. I also like that. It's actually a pretty good utility card. A tier. I don't know if it's busted, but like, it's pretty good. I like it. You don't lose your cards. We're still going. We're not done yet. Let's get a nice song here. Ooh, I like this one. Oh god, we've got like just millions of super chats still. King Ginger had another one with Brunch Light of Alabama. I think we did we do that one? I think we did that one. Brunch? Hold on, I'm just gonna look. Light of Alabaster. Oh, we did, it's not Brunch, it's Bruna. Yeah, we did that one already. So we're gonna donate your super chat, King Ginger, to David with a Lulu. Loyal Polyphant. This is an elephant angel. Oh, that's so weird. All right, we have a white 3 generic 3/2 elephant angel flying. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on each tapped creature you control, then untap them. You choose a background. You can have a background as a second commander. Flying. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, then untap. I think this is very underwhelming. I don't know, like, it sort of does a lot of things, but it does nothing. I don't, like, maybe if it has some combo, I mean, you gotta spit it out to me. I don't see it. Not very impressive for an elephant. Elephants never forget. I don't even know if I want to even put this in the B tier. I don't know how powerful the background thing is, so maybe I'm underrating that, but I'm gonna put in the C tier. Next up, we've got, so it's basically super chats for the rest. The show ends when the super chats end. Pacers fan forever. Angel of Despair. Oh, we did that one already. All right, donated. Then to Chanfred, Gold Knight, Castigator. That is an angel. It's a red angel. Red, 2 generic for a 4/9. Flying haste. If a source would deal damage to you, instead it deals double that damage to you instead. What the hell? Why do I want that? If a source would deal damage to Gold Knight Castigator, it deals double that damage to Gold Knight Castigator. So what's going on here? This is reverse. This is reverse power. This is awful. This is absolute failure of an angel. This is like something you want to give to somebody else. Yeah, this is literally D tier, and it's trying to get there. How do I get to D tier as quickly as possible? And it's mythic. Can you make a deck around this? No, it's not legendary. Don't know why you would want to. They go by the no pain, no gain. More like no pain. All pain, no gain. All right, next up we've got Station Disaster. Iona. Oh yeah, we didn't do. I don't think we did Iona yet. Card's broken. White, 6 generic, 7/7. It's always been broken. It's always seen constructed. The moment it got printed in Zendikar, it's always seen play. Always in some sort of broken combo deck, but always. Flying, enters the battlefield, choose a color. Your opponent can cast spells of the chosen color. That's right. When you realize your monocolor deck has a weakness, and it's called Iona Shield of Emeria. And as a result, they got banned. They got banned in Commander for being a jerk. But it's actually just an overwhelmingly powerful card in Constructed Magic as well. Easy S tier. Maybe the best angel ever in the game. Arguably. Triox. What do you got for us, Triox? Surprised Pristine Angel. Pristine Angel isn't up there yet. Me too. We've got, it's a white 4 generic 4/4 flyer. As long as Pristine Angel is untapped, it has protection from artifacts and from colors. All right, so it's like basically hexproof. Whenever you cast a spell, you may untap Pristine Angel. It's okay. It's okay. It's not. It's more protective than it is offensive. I'm gonna put in the B tier. I don't hate it. I don't love it either though. Because the biggest problem is it's 6 mana. Like at 5 mana, this card gets a little bit interesting. At 4 mana, then now we're talking. Now we're cooking with fire. But at 6 mana, you could be dead by then. You know what I mean? You could be just gone. Okay. JC. Nikachu, missed my earlier super chat. Also, Platinum Angel. Okay, I'll look at. I'm gonna dig for your old one. Platinum Angel. You know what the deal is? Today, so many, like, King Ginger, Blake Mamba, a little bit of Platonic Liquid, Rot Boy. Some people had multiple super chats, and so I lost track of where I was. So maybe I missed some other people's super chats. Platinum Angel. This is the greatest of the most overrated angels ever in the game. Like, this is a card people are like, if I get Platinum Angel out, it's over. Except it's never over, because you could just kill the Platinum Angel. Flying, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. There's no greater trap card to, I don't know, combo players in general than the Platinum Angel. It seems so appealing. If only you can give this thing hexproof and indestructible and cannot be sacrificed. Now we're talking. But that's all impossible. That being said, it's like, it is a decent card. And it's easy to combo off with. So I'm going to put it in the A tier. But it's not the be-all, end-all of the universe. And I would most certainly not go out of my way to build a deck around this card. I would just have it like as a nice plan B. Yeah, dies to Doomblade. It doesn't even pass that fail test. Okay, you had another one you said. Okay, so JC, you said there was another one. Okay, I'm gonna look up JC. Got my eyes fixed for JCs around here. Oh, you're right. All right, we got Desolation Angel. Was a card from my childhood before I understood why cards could be bad. Thank you for letting me know. Desolation Angel. Did I miss anyone else? Oh, I miss Zykurin around here as well. Desolation Angel, black, 3 generic for a 5/4 angel with a kicker of white. Alright, so at least we can cast it for 5 mana. When Desolation Angel comes into play, destroy all lands you control. Why? Why? If you pay the kicker cost, destroy all lands instead. Why? This is still going to be bad. And I'm telling you, you Angel players, you don't want to lose your lands, period, ever. So yeah, this actually goes straight. I think this goes straight to the D tier. I don't think any Angel player wants to play this card. This is the tier where D harms you. This is the stop hitting yourself tier. Did we do this? I don't think I got to you, Zykurin. Aurelia. So look at Aurelia, War Leader. Very strong card. Supremely powerful. All right, we've got, what's it called? White, red, 2 generic for a 3/4 flying, vigilance, and haste. The haste is great. So, like, even if somehow this thing dies in the future, it's not an ETB, but it's, like, close. Whenever Aurelia, the War Leader, attacks for the first time each turn, untap all creatures you control after this phase. There's an additional combat phase. Not to mention, this card is a combo central. So long as you can blink Aurelia, the War Leader, you just keep doing attacks till everyone's dead. So very high combo potential. And not too expensive. At least for 6 mana, you have something with haste. And double attacks. I mean, you might as well look at this card as a 6-power creature. So it's 6 mana for a 6/4. Yeah. S tier. I'm running out of S tier space here. Space of the S tier. Well, at least I'm shoved over enough. I think we got this one. Okay, so now back to where I was before. Super Salem with the Enduring Angel. Love hexproof against burn or DC. The hell is DC? Burn or direct control? Direct, drain something? I don't know what... DC, I've played this game for 30 years. I don't know what that means. Enduring Angel. White, 2 generic for a 3/3 angel. Flying, double strike. You have hexproof. That's good. And if your life total would be reduced to 0 or less, instead transform Enduring Angel and your life total becomes 3. Then if Enduring Angel didn't transform this way, you lose. Oh god. Or sorry, this is the wrong sound effect. It's not broken, it's just very concerning. Flying, you still have hexproof. Angelic Enforcer's power and toughness are each equal to your life total, which is low. When Angelic Enforcer attacks, double your life total. This is a neat card. But it's 5 mana. Flying double strike, you have hexproof. I like it. Prevents you from dying. You get at least 1 more chance. Put in the 8. I'll put in 8 here. It's not too janky. I'm really surprised. I thought this would be weighted the completely other direction. The insta-loss to prevent token copy. Oh, token copies? Okay. DC. No, DC. Difficulty check? Is that what it means? Direct current? Disconnected? Direct. Now I have no idea. Discard? Now I have no idea. People have confused me. I've been confoozled. Too many trolls in the house. Now we have Platonic Liquid. Bulky has been trying to fill up D tier all stream. Okay, what's Bulky up to? Okay, Bulky, I'm gonna look up something from Bulky. You got a shout out from Platonic Liquid. Bulky! Are you still around, Bulky? Bulky. Can't find Bulky all of a sudden. Bulky scrammed. Lunchtime for Bulky is over. You are the best. Find a person that supports you in life like Platonic Liquid supports me. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so where's, you have something to say, Bulky? Haunted Angel. Where's D tier Angel card, especially in Commander? 3 mana. Well, that's not bad. Okay, wait, I would assume it's all upside from here, but I guess not. Flying. When Haunted Angel is put into a graveyard from play, remove Haunted Angel from the game, and each other player puts a 3/3 black angel creature token with flying into play. Oh god. Yes, that is not good. I don't want to give my opponent's creatures. It's basically the... It's always going to be like a 1 for 0 when you kill the Haunted Angel. Next up, we got Jacob Thune that says, donate one for chat, but is it wearing a hat? All right, so next one donated from Jacob Thune is going to be to Alexandra Ford, Admission Angel. Sorry, Admonition. Did we do this one? We did this one, Alexandra. Sorry about that. Super Fast Tortoise, Angel of Suffering. Good for your animator? I have no idea. Does it have a hat? That is the one request from Jacob Thune. Hard to tell. Is that hat or is that just the background? I have no idea. I want to say yes, there is a hat here, but I am not certain. It could be something on the ceiling that just makes it look like there's a hat. It's close. That is a halo. All right. Turbida is a halo. Now, is it any good? Okay, black, 3 generic for a 5/3 flying. If damage would be dealt to you, prevent that. So, if damage would be dealt to you, prevent that damage and mill twice that many cards. Oh, God. You do have, so if you get hit for 10, you mill 20? Basically turns your deck, you start off with 99, so you basically start off with 50, like, well, maybe a little bit less because you drew a hand of cards. By the time you get this in play, you have what, like 85 cards, so you basically have 40 life. Probably is not worth it to mill your stuff. It's probably not worth it. I will put this in C tier. It's not, I don't want this card, but I don't think it's a horribly terrible card. Has to be on the head. So not hat. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Next we got Blake Mamba. You said you said you're gonna do squeezing one more in with Platinum Angel. We already did Platinum Angel. A tier, which means we donate this one to who we donating this one to Red 1108X Twilight Shepherd. I want to say we've done this one too. Twilight was in there like a dirty shirt when Red found out that no one when we already did that super chat. All right, we got a white 3 generic 5/5 angel with flying and vigilance. Enter the battlefield. Return to your hand all cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. Wow! And it's persist. That actually is really useful. I could see some, I don't know about combo potential, but I can see value potential. I've never heard of this card. It's a little chunky, but the fact that it persists means, I mean, come kill me. Waste your removal. You want to blow away your removal on this thing? I'm back, just like the Terminator. Don't Twilight Shepherd come in a deck? I have no idea. Well, I didn't buy that deck. We got Samurott. On behalf of Steve Cooper, Sarah the Benevolent. We got the coffee crew looking out for each other. Samurott looking out for... Oh. 1 hour of ranking angel cards. All right, it's an angel card. I didn't say it had to be a creature. All right, white, 2 generic. Sarah, Planeswalker for loyalty. +2 creatures you control with flying, which most angels are. I think all angels are. Get +1/+1 until end of turn. -3, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. And -6, you get an emblem with, if you control a creature... damage that would be reduce your life total less than 1, reduces it to 1 instead. It's actually these are all good abilities. Surprised this card never actually saw any real play. You get value out of it no matter what. I guess the problem is the +2 is a bit garbage. Creature gets flying and +1/+1 until end of turn. If it made it permanent, it might be a little bit more useful, but as a result, I think this is a fine A tier card. Useful, playable, not supreme trash, accurately costed, and also at worst can become a warship. All right, and that's it for today. That's it. There's our angel tier list. Looks really balanced. Honestly, thought the D tier would be way higher. I thought it'd be the opposite, but there's actually quite a few busted angels in the game. They're all broken if you put them in a combo deck. And if you want to be part of Coffee and MTG, you got to be here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you, everyone who supports the channel. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, get those beautiful Nikachu MTG badges, and also the people who super chat to be part of the show. Because of all of you, this show keeps running, and the Coffee crew keeps uniting. So thank you very much to everyone who shows up also in the morning, like King Ginger, Blackbird, Old Boy, Platonic Liquid, Rot Boy, Anna Islarf. We've got Steven Trong, Jacob Thune, Steve Cooper, Kev K, Bulky, Erlin, Jacob, Vic the Foxy Gamer. Because as usual, I'd be nothing without all of you. You guys are the show. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing up them coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.